Thank you very much, Chairman. Minister, thank you for being here this afternoon. Minister, there were 13 envoys used in securing the seat at the United Nations Security Council. Were any of the other 12 approached with a view to filling this role? Can I also ask you, Minister, what duties or role this special envoy for freedom of expression was going to undertake, which was not already covered by the permanent mission of Ireland to the United Nations and Ambassador Geraldine Byrne-Neeson and her team, both in New York and at the Department of Foreign Affairs? Additionally, if staff were needed to enhance and strengthen the right of freedom of expression, should these staff not have come from the ranks of the existing career diplomatic corps and the career civil servants who have decades of unwavering loyalty and commitment to this country? As you're aware, Minister, the issue impacting the issues impacting residents of the United States that are working for foreign governments. So I would be anxious to know, and a simple yes or no answer will do on this. Did you provide Catherine Zappone with a diplomatic passport, or would you have provided her with a diplomatic passport had she continued in the role? Now, with respect to the Marion Hotel, I take the point that the Chairman has made. But I do believe that it's important for clarity to point out, or for you to advise us whether a member of your staff attended that on your behalf. Did the Department of Foreign Affairs pay for the flights for Ms. Zappone to return to Ireland? And was this event an official event under her appointed role as the Special Envoy? Finally, it's probably too late to do anything about it now, but at that final cabinet meeting, several announcements were made of appointments by your department to foreign offices around the world, some of them with months to go. I find that really disturbing that we hear these appointments being brought to cabinet months before they're due to be filled. I leave it at that. Thank you.
In terms of Senator Craughwell's questions, 13 special envoys for the UN Security Council. I can't remember, was it 13, but there was quite a number. We were sending them to different parts of the world, effectively canvassing for support for Ireland, which turned out to be very successful. The truth is that none of them were as qualified, in my view, as Catherine Zappone was for this particular role. And because Catherine had worked effectively with the department, that's why I asked whether she could add value after that work. And it was no more complicated than that. Should I have asked a serving civil servant? Well, you know, I could have, but I think Catherine was better qualified for this particular job. I have no idea whether we gave Catherine Zappone a diplomatic passport. I think if she had got the role as a special envoy, she probably would have been entitled to a diplomatic passport, but she certainly wouldn't have in the absence of actually representing the government, which she wasn't doing after she resigned as minister. And certainly there was no question of her travelling home to Ireland and claiming expenses from the department. I mean, the role hadn't even been put in place at that stage. I asked my Secretary General to speak to Catherine Zappone in terms of trying to finalise the arrangements. And I think we shared the job spec with the committee in terms of tasking to support the government's objectives and with a particular focus on UN framework, including the UN General Assembly, Third Committee, which is October, December of this year, Freedom Online Coalition, which is December of this year, Commission on the Status of Women, which is March of next year, and the Human Rights Council, which is June to July of next year, to support the implementation of the LGBTI+ at international level, which is Action 25 of the National LGBTI+ Inclusion Strategy, which is led by the Department of Foreign Affairs. 3, to support Ireland's international advocacy initiatives around key annual events, World Press Freedom Day, International Women's Day, Pride Month, and so on. Support the in-country advocacy work of Ireland's Missions Network through country visits. And we were going to give her a specific list of countries that we thought we could benefit most from in terms of those visits. And then we agreed a time frame with her and next steps in terms of how we would launch the her position and so on. So, you know, I think, quite a lot of transparency around that, and I'm happy to share any other documentation that that should be available to the committee.